Hello, this is AnlineOffline. Welcome back to another casual's quick guide to Call of Duty Mobile. For today's video, we'll be covering the Argus. Introduced in Season 8 of 2023, the Argus is a futuristic lever-action shotgun from Black Ops 3 and 4. Like the HS-0405, it's also based on the Winchester Model 1887 by John Browning, but the Argus is more unusual. Instead of tubes, it's fed by a small internal magazine, and unlike other shotguns, it shoots straight when ADS, almost like a slug. Base damage per shot is relatively average amongst shotguns. Unlike its peers, the Argus shoots 8 pellets per shot as opposed to the standard 12 as of last year. And unlike the others, it also has arm and chest multipliers. The base fire rate is 63 rounds per minute, slightly faster than the KRM. Because the pellets are centered like a slug, your max one-shot potential is as far as the max range value given that you land all your pellets. Most of the range attachments are misleading. They affect the lesser range values, but only the Outlaw Barrel and Suppressor affect the max range. What's more important is accuracy and the ability to land all your pellets. When ADS, the bloom is very similar to less accurate SMGs like the MSMC and PPSH. If you want to achieve long-range one-shots consistently, you should tighten the bloom to average, which is 20 to 23. Unfortunately, the Argus has the worst hipfire spread in its class, and it doesn't help that it has no discernible pellet pattern, like the HS2. Unless you're comfortable blank scoping, I recommend treating the Argus less like a shotgun and more like a Marksman rifle. The iron sights aren't ideal for long-range sniping, but it's usable. It doesn't have access to 3x tac scopes like other shotguns though. Recoil is not applicable. Flinch is high, but the Treyarch Gunsmith offers attachments to compensate. Instead of having rapid fire like in Black Ops 3 and 4, the Argus has underbarrel lever attachments that can modify its fire rate just like pistol triggers. The BO lever improves your strafing, and your fire rate increases to 70 rounds per minute, but this comes at the cost of worse bloom. The Outlaw lever does the opposite, improving your bloom and flinch resistance, but slows your strafing and your fire rate down to 57 rounds per minute. The Classical lever takes the BO lever to the next level. Your fire rate is boosted to 74 rounds per minute, as well as improving your sprint out and ADS time, all in exchange for worse bloom, hipfire, and flinch. In terms of mobility, the Argus is average for its class. With certain attachments, it can be made to rival base pistols in movement and strafing, but this comes at the cost of long-range consistency. The base ADS time is the fastest in its class, and its sprint out time is standard. The base mag size is large for a shotgun at 10 and can be extended to 15 or reduced to 7. Like the newer weapons, its full reload animation changes based on which mag you use, which is a nice quality of life and attention to detail, but it's still missing its M1 Garand style ping. Animations involving a flipcock do require a full insertion of the mag before you can cancel. Otherwise, you can do so just before inserting. Before the Argus was released, I was concerned that the devs would add the Black Ops 4 version instead of 3. Shotguns in both 3 and 4 dealt a flat damage plus pellet damage. COD Mobile only does pellets. But compared to 3, Black Ops 4 nerfed the Argus in range, halved its base mag size, and shotguns were relegated to a secondary role. It also had to deal with 150 health and armor users. Luckily, this was not the case, and I'm glad that it doesn't have bullet speed like most of the newer weapons as of late. I previously praised the PY-15 and JAK-12 for their high-risk slug performance. The Argus takes it to the next level and is essentially the anti-shorty, a marksman rifle with the mobility of a shotgun. Because of its hipfire, I wouldn't recommend playing aggressive unless you're comfortable quickscoping. You don't have to go crazy over ADS accuracy, unless you're specifically going after campers on hit glitches. A similar feature to the Argus has appeared in Black Ops Cold War with the duckbill and infantry V choke attachments, which alter the patterns of its pellets. Mobile's HSO now has a signature attachment conversion that's similar to the Argus. With said rounds, it tightens the inner pellets to a single point. Up close, it's like the Argus, but as you get farther away, the radius of the outer pellets gradually increases. These Thunder rounds have a max one-shot range of 22 meters. Maybe you can push your luck to 23 or 24. The Argus has triple that range. The HSO has superior mobility, better hipfire, and more pellets to deal more damage in BR. The Argus is mag-fed, and has less obstructive animations for first-person gameplay. Previously, I would have said that the BY-15 was the best ADS shotgun, and now I'd still favor it in close range with its superior mobility, hipfire, fire rate, and access to Marauder Suppressor. Other than that, the Argus is clearly superior in terms of ADS potential, and it doesn't have to bother with range or obsess over bloom attachments. And lastly, since the Argus functions like a marksman rifle, there is also the lever-action Mark II carbine. The Argus has shotgun mobility, no idle sway, a better iron sight, and a slightly faster fire rate. The Mark II has a damage drop-off that requires you to be more precise, while the Argus can one-shot anywhere in the body, but it requires that you land all your pellets. Statistically powerful, but the Argus is a niche weapon, even more so than marksman rifles. I don't think it should undergo any changes to its stats. Maybe you can argue that it could use a nerf to its leg multipliers, but I've yet to have any issues against it. But hey, that's just my opinion. This has been a Casual's quick guide. Feel free to suggest what weapons you want to see covered next. My name is An, and I'm off.